Hello, I'm Dr. Flannery Stevens, the Andrew J. Melton Jr., Class of 42, Assistant Professor at the Villanova School of Business. In this learning burst, I'm going to talk about power and politics in organizations. What comes to mind when you think of the term power as it relates to your organization or career? What about politics? Many people are uncomfortable with the topics of power and politics, which are generally regarded as part of the dark side of workplace behavior. Research shows that our perceptions that politics predominates the workplace tends to decrease job satisfaction, morale, and commitment, as well as increase intentions to quit. Power enables people to accomplish their goals and pursue what they care about. Organizations are inherently political arenas requiring discernment, social astuteness, and an understanding of how we make sense of and enact the rules of the game. I want you to think of power and politics as key skills that will enable you to do your job successfully and to make an impact throughout your career. For some of you, doing so will require a shift in mindset. Let's start this shift by defining these terms. Power is the ability to influence the behavior of others to get what you want. It is also the ability to get things done the way you want them to be done. Political skill is the ability to understand others at work and to use that knowledge to influence others to act in ways that enhance your personal and/or organizational objectives. Neither of those definitions is inherently off-putting. Still, some of us might think that if we just keep our heads down and do our jobs well, that our efforts will be recognized and rewarded, and we won't need to engage in power and politics at work. Unfortunately, that's not the case. Because of the changing nature of work, unstructured interaction has increased among peers, supervisors, and subordinates, as well as between employees and clients. Regardless of your specific context, you often need the ability to influence others. It is less and less possible to be considered good at your job if you're not also good working with and influencing others. Research shows there is a weak link between performance and key job outcomes. Numerous factors besides actual performance influence hiring, promotion, and performance evaluations in organizations. Examples include, you guessed it, gender as well as race, job tenure, educational credentials, and your supervisor's commitment to you. I want to offer some points for you to consider so that you can understand the power dynamics and political landscape in your organization better, which is based on a framework by McGinn and Lingo. Not only will you need to consider your sources of power and examine whether they complement or undermine one another, but you must also be aware of how they operate in your specific context. First, I want you to examine your personal power, derived from your unique personal attributes and skills. In what ways are you able to cooperate with others? Are you able to endure and succeed in competitive environments? Can you garner support from others when necessary? Second, think about your positional power, derived from the formal roles you hold in your context. Where are you in the formal hierarchy? Do you control or have access to resources in your organization that are valued by others? Do you have power from some legitimating source, like an academic institution or licensing board? Third, analyze your relational power, derived from your relationships with others. Who are the people with whom you interact on a regular basis? Who do you go to for advice, information, or resources? Are those people similar to or different from you? Do those people mostly interact with each other, or are they connected to others in your organization with whom you typically do not interact? Remember that understanding power and politics is crucial for accomplishing goals and objectives in organizations. While substantive business knowledge allows us to know what to do, political skill informs us on how to get it done. Any areas of opportunity that you identify when answering the outline questions are just that, opportunities. Thanks so much for listening, and I'm glad you're here.